Performing a multi-point inspection on a 2016 Toyota Camry. First we start by putting the car, checking on the dash, make sure there's no light on. If there's light on, jot it down on the paper, write the mileage down, shut off the car, and we're gonna go outside. Well, first we want to open the hood, and with the hood being open, we'll go ahead, open up the hood. We're gonna close this. We are going to check the filter. Filter is a bit dirty. We want to check the oil level when it comes in. Where the oil level is at. Oil level is full. Now you want to take a look at your serpentine belt. You can see the valve cover, no oil. You want to check around, looking for leak, anything that's broken. Serpentine belt seems fairly new. Filter is dirty. Now I'm going to go get the battery tester, test the battery. Battery tester on, positive, negative, and we're going to go to in-vehicle test. Port cranking amp is 650. It's not an AGM battery, so it's going to be a regular 12 cc, and go to 650. While we're waiting for that, I'll put this down. I'm going to set the lift at the lift point on the car. I can feel this. I have a plate. Lift it up. It's set. I can feel it, so I don't need to look under the car, which I know exactly where to find it. So I feel it, I set it, and then I move to the next side. Out and go to the next one. This one, and then we are going to set the car on the lift. Go up. Once it's up, and we shut the lift, make sure that it's firm. Come back over to my battery test. The battery was good. Now that I have the car in the air, sit on the lift, and the lift is locked for safety. Set my gun to loosen, and this is 21. Put these down, and then we're gonna move around the car. We're going to move around the car again to get to the next wheel. One more wheel to go. Now after I take the lug nut off the wheel, I'm going to take the wheel off. Let's go around the tires to see if there's any nail in the tire. And then that tire is good, and the tread is good on the tire. Then normally I take a visual look at the brakes. As you can see, the brakes in the rear. The left rear is good. I'm going to go back around. I take all the rest of the wheel off and do the same thing as we did on the first one. Checking tires. Nothing in the tires but some stones. You know, we are going to look at the brakes. So I check the brakes all around. I will go through, check the struts, see if there's any leak. Normally check and see if there's anything look broken, tear or rip. So let's move to the front. Get this wheel off. And check this one also. As you can see, there's stone in the tire. Again, the tires are in fairly new condition. We normally check the brakes all around to make sure that, and you have to make sure that you check brakes thoroughly, because sometimes your slide pin can stuck and burn the inner pads out, but not in this car case. Boots are solid on this. Boots, good. Boots, no leak. Everything is dry. See the axle inner boots look good. Everything look good on here. So let's move to the next side. Take the next wheel off. And then let's check this final wheel. Brakes good. As you can see, no leak nowhere. Nothing look abnormal. Boots look good. Either way. All right, let's move on to, after finish putting the wheel back on the car, after finish checking out everything, then I check the tire pressure.
And I need that old sensor from yesterday, the port, it's in the back.
And I go around checking all 4 wheels. This is a Toyota Camry 2016. Tire pressure is normally set at 34 psi. Normally go over a little bit, but stay under 5, so that means it don't read 35. Which, if it reads 35, it's not a problem. And after checking all 4 tires, then I will be lifting the car up, do a visual look under the bottom, and then I'm going to drain the oil and change the filter. Under the car, you'll be seeing a leak, and under the bottom of this car is pretty dry. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. Nothing seems out of the ordinary, so let's go back and drain the oil. And this is a 14 millimeter. So we're gonna loosen the drain plug so the oil caddy to catch the old oil. And then I'm going to get my filter cup so I can take the filter off. This is where the filter is located. You can see this is what my filter cup is. Mine is a Blue Point. And you have multiple different filter cup. You want to set this the correct way. Slot, and then I have a 24 millimeter wrench. You can use a 24 millimeter socket if you want. It's your choice. I use this because it seems a little bit easier for me and also quicker. And also I have more leverage. So now I am going to take the filter out. It's going to drain the oil out of it. Then I'm going to put a new filter in and move forward. After I get the filter out, I am going to clean this off by using brake cleaner. You can use a cleaner of your choice. I do not spray after the new O-ring is on it because the chemical in the brake cleaner can damage that new O-ring. And I can't get this out, so I got to stop for a second. So let me just get a pick and see if I can get it out a lot easier. Here we go. Put the new one in, and then we're gonna take the old gasket off, and then we're gonna put a new gasket in on. I don't want to stretch it too much so it stretch out. And then normally these have oil in it, so you can just the oil and just grease the O-ring, so you can put it back in, and then you're going to turn it in, and then get my tool, tighten it back up. Also going to install back the gasket, And on most of these Toyota, they have a O-ring that sits on the pan. Unless it come out, then you want to replace it. These are not replaceable. These are not, you don't have to replace these every time you do the oil change. So then I'm getting my 14mm, and I'm gonna not over tighten this, but just make sure that it is tight and snug. And then that's it. It should not leak unless there's a problem with your O-ring. And then I'm gonna get my tool, tighten the filter, and then that's gonna be it for this part of this video. So as soon as I get the car down on the ground, not all the way, the wheels on the ground, I wanna check and make sure that my torques is set at 76. So I'm gonna set it at 80, and I'm gonna torque the wheels. This is very important that you torque the wheels, make sure that the wheels are safe. Move around to the next wheels. Two important things you want to do is make sure that the wheel is torqued and the drain plug is tight. That is very important when you're doing oil change and you take the wheel off a customer car. Torques on these cars is 76. Normally, some of them is 100, but this one is 76. Now I can go ahead and add oil to the car. Start the car up, turn it off. So start it up, let it run for probably about 15 seconds. Turn it off, and then I'm gonna come and check the oil level. Let's continue on here. This car takes 4.6 quart of oil. So let me go ahead and add oil. And a lot of these bottles are incorrect. So normally when I do an oil change, I have to start the car and then check the oil level. I see a lot of guys just add the oil to the car, start and just close the hood and pull the car out. They don't let the car run to see if there's any leak. I can't do that because I don't want the car to come back on a tow truck. Start the car up, and I'm going to let it run. I'm not counting the seconds, but I'm just going to let it run for at least about 15 seconds. And we do have a light in the car that wasn't there before. Not sure what is that for, but either way, oh, it's gone. So now the car has run for enough time because of a canister filter. If you want to be safe, you can lift the car up on the lift, check the filter, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to shut it off. And then I'm going to go check the oil level. Checking the oil level. And the oil level is low. So I'm going to add at least an half a quart to it. And then I'm going to fill up the washer fluid. The next important thing that you want to make sure that you do after servicing a car with the multi-point inspection, if you have an oil change and a rotation on it, you want to make sure that you reset the oil. If you don't reset the oil, most customers will think that you haven't done the service. So on these cars, it's trip A. Trip A. Let's go to trip A and turn the key off and turn it back on, and then it should be flashing. And it's resetting maintenance data. And there you go. The light is reset. I also have a sticker to go inside of the car. So now the customer can be assured that her oil change or rotation was done, and the coolant flush, because I also have it on video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you again in the next video, and remember to smash that like and subscribe to the channel, because I'm coming to you with nothing but fun ways of servicing your car and the easiest way for you to do it and not be stuck paying hundreds of dollars to the dealership or some other place. Thanks again for watching. Remember to share it with a friend.